talk, coast to coast. Anyway,
All right,
let's
all
talk
right.
about this basketball stuff first, cause we got Doc Rivers up in Milwaukee, another black coach fired when he's winning, huh, OJ?
Yeah, I feel some type of way about that because that dude was cool. I guess he was cracking the whip. They was, coaching him hard or whatever, and he had him in the second place, and then he get fired for doing his job. I
They
just,
said his schemes weren't good, and that he was. They were the team had the team had an issue with how he was running things. He wasn't utilizing Damian Lillard correctly. You know what this really sounds like? It sounds like if you are hard on your players and the players really don't like you, even though you have results, it's about the players.
One of y'all
liking
said that in
toward
the
you.
chat. Was it you, Tony, or was it Tony or OJ? I can't remember who said that.
no, I was saying, when you were saying, I saying that was suspect. I thought it was, the players complaining about him. That's what I thought happened.
And you know how
Because
these. I
oh,
can't even.
I mean, that's essentially what it was. Everybody, but you can't. I don't know. You can't expect that everybody's gonna get the ball and everybody be utilized the correct way. I mean, it's just a learning experience. And if you winning, why are we having an issue if we winning?
Right. Tony, it kind of goes back to when Magic Johnson was trying to coach back in the early 2000s, and he quit because, it was the beginning of the cell phone era, and I want to do what I want to do. This coach is winning. A new player comes in. The dynamic changes. Ain't this kind of on the owner to kind of say, shut up and play or don't get paid? Because I know there's a new CBA in place that says that the players don't play now, even when they're injured, they don't get paid. So, I mean, what's going on here? Who's really running the show?
Yeah, I saw y'all's messages on that too. And I'm sitting there like, I have actually harped on this before about new school and old school. It's like the new age thinking. That doesn't mean all of these newer guys are like that, but that's a problem because it's like y'all whining about the wrong things. Y'all need to be focused. You're gonna get the man fired. I mean, it doesn't get too much better than Doc Rivers. Come on now. What else you gonna get? And then y'all winning? Y'all gonna get the man out of there because y'all griping and shit? I mean, what's you're there to win games. So what are y'all coming there for? I don't get it. And I don't understand why the owner doesn't be like, hey, step in and do something, but they don't fire the man? I'm like, oh hell no. I'm like, I couldn't coach it. I'm like Magic. I couldn't freaking coach in that league. Why? You babysitting, and then you got to deal with a bunch of wine. It's like you can already raise your kids. Why raise grown men? No, I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't even try to understand it.
I mean, you got teams out here that's not winning at all and keeps their coach, and you're winning, and because they cry a little bit, you want to get rid of them. Now, don't get me wrong, Doc Rivers
Like the
is a
dang
good coach,
Lakers.
but
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. What coach
No,
you
like the
talking
dang
about?
Lakers. I was just all I was saying. I was just saying. You said you said there's teams out here that's not winning, like the
No, yeah.
Lakers.
But I mean, Doc Rivers is the coach, but is he the answer?
But yeah, what do they expect to gain from that? That's what I don't
Because
get.
he ain't been two places since Boston and ain't got it done either place. So I mean,
He always lose that 3-1 lead.
right.
Doc Rivers is just the players' coach. That was my whole point. He's not gonna stress them to be better at certain aspects of the game. It's just he's gonna let them do what they want to do. All the star players, I mean, and that's what they want.
We'll see. All right, let's jump over to this football. All right, people. Let's start with Quell's little blurb that I didn't hear about. Maybe somebody else does. Talking about Stephon Diggs ain't gonna demand a trade. Dude, you owed anyway. And all you do is complain. And he like 30.
He's 30.
Yeah. Talk about he ain't gonna ask for a trade.
Yeah, no. After he dropped that damn ball, he better not ask for shit. That was a horrible drop. That was a bad drop. He had that. It was right through his hands. OJ, you gonna say that was a bad throw by what's the name?
No, OJ's theory is you touch it, you catch it. I'll tell you what OJ is saying.
Yeah. You touch it, you catch it, you should.
But to
That
be
one was
fair,
crazy.
not like I want to be fair, but to be fair, it was cold up there. Well, I mean, you don't get the pass for that.
Cold. It was over his hand, and I always give receivers the benefit of the doubt sometimes to bad throw. That was good for it being super long because he always wanted the ball, and that would have ended the game. That catch would have ended that game. They was down by 3 at that point, and I think it was like 5 minutes left or something. If they would have scored, it probably would have been game over. And he dropped it. He cannot. After it's your fault that they lost. Usually it's the quarterback's fault they lost. That one's on you, brother. For sure.
Boy, but Quell makes a great point. It ain't even the fact that he dropped the ball. It's the fact that he's always crying that Josh Allen don't look for him enough, that he's always open.
Right.
And when he does throw it to him, he drops it. So shut up and play.
Shut up and play. Shut up and catch.
Right.
Shut
What you say in basketball, man. Tony? Shut up and dribble?
Shut up and dribble.
Yep. And he's missed the big money, and it was a big time. You're supposed to put up or shut up.
That's what I'm about to say. Ain't that what he gets paid to do? I don't have no excuses for nobody who drops passes like that.
And he could have had a touchdown, right? Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a touchdown throw, but it was like
the first time.
It would have been a 10, 15
it would have been a
yard
first
line.
down, right. It would have
been a 10, 15 yard line in the red zone.
Yeah.
Well, he gets paid to show up in big moments, and that was a big moment.
Well, he didn't show up.
Maybe
should take his money away.
Yeah.
He better not be talking about no damn trade. Trade requests are only for those who are actually doing the jobs.
They need to go back to the old school contract where you only get paid if you do certain things. Okay, if you catch 10 touchdowns, then you get this $3 million bonus, or if you get this many first downs in crunch time, they need to go back to that instead of just giving all this guaranteed dang money.
True.
Incentive blade contract.
Incentives, yeah, those incentives.
Yeah, I mean, you get your bonus. I mean, your signing bonus, and I mean, I guess a certain amount should be guaranteed, but you should have to earn the rest. I mean, you can't cry about not getting the ball, and then when you get it and you're getting paid the big bucks, you drop it anyway in the playoffs on national TV.
I've been listening to y'all kill this man, but this is my perspective. Josh Allen lost that game because he kept going for the kill shot.
Yeah, but he had a few kill shots, and if he missed all of them and threw picks, then that's his fault. But he had the kill shot to end the game with Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs the other side of that. He needed to catch that ball.
That's true.
I'm not saying Josh Allen don't take chances, OJ, but if your biggest gripe with your quarterback and your team is you don't get the ball enough and you get it and don't produce, I mean, ain't that on you?
But here's the other side of that. Now all year they've been going to other people, and now y'all want to throw me the ball.
But you get paid the bucks. But you get paid. But you get paid the big bucks.
Yeah.
And you're in a divisional title game to get you over. Get you to the championship game. It don't matter if I've only thrown you the ball 3 times through the regular year. If you're getting paid to do that in a big moment, that's when you got to catch.
Yeah, but he could have been in his feelings. We don't know.
Well,
not when you get paid that contract that he got. Man, you can't afford to be in your feelings.
I bet you he don't be in his feelings when he catch that check.
Right. And it's the playoffs. You can't be in your feelings at all during the playoffs. You just gotta suck it up and get the job done. Sometimes you get the ball, sometimes you don't get the ball.
Right.
And against your rival, a team that's been whooping your tail in the playoffs.
Yep.
Like that's the time that you show up. If you don't show up in no other game in the playoffs,
should have been one catch, and he could have said that the whole. He said, "I got one catch, but it's a catch to win the game, and that's all that matters."
Exactly.
Good night, y'all. Have a nice.
That
Y'all,
would have shut
have a good
everybody
ride
up.
back.
That
Have a
would've
good
shut
ride back to
everybody.
Kansas.
That would have shut everybody up. But like Tony
Man, I
just pointed
still
out,
like him.
Tony just pointed out, they've been trying to beat Kansas City for the last 3-4 years, and they can't get it done. Last year they got spanked by the Bengals and couldn't get to Kansas City. But yeah,
And this was their best year. Well, they could have beat them every year they done played them.
but
This year was
this year
Yeah.
was key though because it was in Buffalo.
right.
All the other
Yeah.
games has been in Kansas City.
Yep. And it was cold, and Patrick Mahomes didn't play particularly like great. He just kind of squeaked the win off because Buffalo made mistakes. They had too many chances to win that game, and they just couldn't get it done.
All right, let's jump over to this Green Bay 49ers game that I didn't particularly care. I didn't watch no games on Saturday. I just checked the score. I did. I watched the very end of the 49ers game, and then I saw they scored that touchdown. I was like, these games. Well, number one, Baltimore did what they took care of business. I mean, they went about like 3 touchdowns, so who cares? We're not even talk about that. But the 49ers, they just came out flat. And I give credit where it's due, OJ. Green Bay was ready. They came out and hit them boys in the mouth like they want to, but the 49ers finally woke their butts up in the second half and, got their stuff together and ended up pulling out the win. So they better get ready because, I mean, I like the 49ers, but I would not be mad if Detroit goes to the Super Bowl.
Nope.
Mhm.
If they come out like they did, they gonna end up losing to Detroit.
That's right. I know that's right.
Cause them boys come to play every game.
Hey, OJ, your Bucks didn't have a chance, did they? Not a chance, man.
No,
the
they
Bucks
had a
played
chance.
well.
They played okay.
The Bucks-
but it wasn't-
The Bucks played well. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I gotta give Baker Mayfield his credit. That dude, he
did play.
He
played.
did. He did. That's
He
true.
did his best, but that last pick, that's what killed him.
That
He's what
killed
OJ
him, yeah.
say. He's who we thought he was. But the first 2 quarters, he did play well. He played great, actually.
He did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He might have
Yeah,
played
he
himself.
just
He might have played
can't
himself
pick it,
into
yeah.
an extension, OJ.
I hope not.
Because it's him. He nice with it, right?
I can't go through that again. Oh hell no.
You don't know what
This
you're gonna
dude
get
y'all
with
got
him,
on the
do you?
bench that y'all drafted when y'all had Brady, is he any good?
Man, I don't know because they won't give him a chance. I thought he had beat Mayfield out for the starting job, but they went ahead and went with the experience. But how you ever gonna get experience unless you play?
Hey, OJ, going back to Jordan Love and his success in the last half of the season. I know you're not high on Aaron Rodgers, and I'm really not either. And based on what you were saying on the last show about him always changing the play, and 95% of the time he was successful. But all that being said, do you think that Jordan Love benefited from sitting behind him, for the years that he did, even though Rodgers was arrogant and changed the play? But I mean, do you think that helped him some with what he was be able to do this year?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, you see parts of Rodgers' game in his game.
Yeah, you do.
So, I mean, he just sat back and like a sponge, absorbed it all, learned what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers did what what's his name from Tennessee said he wasn't gonna do. He ain't the coach. It ain't his job to get the young players ready. What's his name? That quarterback down
Oh,
there.
Tannehill.
Yeah,
Tannehill.
he did what Tannehill didn't do. he didn't groom the young boy. All right, let's make these picks. Starting AFC. OJ, I already know who you picking, so I'm not asking you. Tony, who you got going Baltimore and Kansas City?
KC, Baltimore, KC. Ooh, it's hard to bet against Mahomes, but I'm gonna give it to KC. I say KC wins in the field goal or last second score.
Eric?
So yeah, I got the Ravens by a field goal. At
Well.
least a field goal.
Well, Baltimore. I think Baltimore gonna win.
Yeah.
Baltimore gonna win by a touchdown.
Don't look like it's me and you because I'm going with Kansas City. Because Patrick Mahomes is going to do something that he hasn't had to do in the past, and that's win a championship game on the road. Andy Reid is a veteran coach. I mean, John Harbaugh is too. And until Lamar proves me wrong, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going with Kansas City. The experience. Yeah, they won that game last week. Lamar did, and yeah, they looked good in the last few weeks of the season. And I know you can't make your schedule, but to me, those were subpar teams. Now they're playing a team with some experience, a veteran coach, a defense who knows how to get after people too. Y'all forgetting that Kansas City actually does have a defense, especially that secondary with Snead and McDuffie. So I'm going with Kansas City. Anyways, all right, we'll start with you, OJ, since I didn't let you talk last time. 49ers or the Lions? I keep on saying, yeah, it is the Lions. Yep.
Yeah.
49ers of Detroit.
Well, in the NFC, I've been going with the dog all year, so why start now? I'm going with Detroit.
You ain't got no keys to the game, no reason. You just gonna say you picking Detroit and that's it?
Hey, everybody know how I feel about Purdy, and Detroit they got a good enough defense to make him look the way he plays. I mean, to have him play the way I see him as an average quarterback. I mean, that game in Green Bay, they had him looking that way too, but to his credit, he did make the play when he needed to make it, and that's why they won the game. But they ain't gonna be able to do that with Detroit. Because I take that back. Because their pass defense sucks. I think they're like 29th or 30th on the pass against the pass. The Lions should win that game. I say the Lions by a field goal.
All right, Quail, what's up? Niners or the Lions?
Another team that's beat up. The Niners too beat up. Lions gonna win that game. And it's gonna be close. It's gonna be by a field goal, I think, probably, but Lions gonna win that. All right, Mike. It's either they're gonna blow them out, the Lions gonna blow them out, because 49ers are an end-all be-all type team. Either they on and they clicking and they win, or they just get destroyed somehow. But without all of their pieces, they are an average team.
Eric?
I still got Detroit winning by a point, maybe. Yeah, a point.
All right, Tony.
Well, this is like the Detroit party right here, because I think Detroit is actually going to pull this one out. And I see them pulling away in the second half, specifically fourth quarter, and probably winning this thing by 2 scores. Everything is clicking for Detroit, and they've been playing up. And yeah, their pass defense may not be all that, but they might actually do a little something against the San Francisco team who will be forced to try to move the ball. But the Detroit team is tough. I say Detroit wins, man.
Y'all make valid points, but OJ, you know better than I do. That defense wins championships. Detroit don't have one. The Niners do, and they might have been a little off because they had that week off. Maybe they wasn't looking. Maybe they just didn't. Whatever. I wouldn't be mad if Detroit wins, but I'm gonna have to go with my brain here and say that 49ers are gonna win. Kyle Shanahan's got these boys playing. Plus, it's in. I'm about to call it Candlestick. It's gonna be in San Francisco. I forgot what the name of that park is now where they play at their stadium, but I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers, and I do like Brock Purdy, although OJ is right. If you blitz him enough or get him off his game enough, do different things that he's not recognizing, he is an average quarterback. But I think he's a product of a beneficiary of the system that he's in, because he looks like a genius in that system. I mean, you put him anywhere else, he's probably not going to do as well. So him being drafted by the 49ers is probably the best thing for him and that team. But again, I'm picking the 49ers by a touchdown. But again, if Detroit pulls off the upset, I won't be mad.
That's the only thing. If Purdy is having a near perfect game, then yeah, San Francisco might win that because their pass defense sucks. But I'm still giving it to Detroit though, because they just want it, and the team that wants it more is the one that usually wins.
You're picking a Jared Goff team? Is that only because the Matthew Stafford team's not left in the playoffs?
Dang.
I'm picking Detroit, despite Jared Goff being the quarterback or whatever.
It's all good. We won't tell nobody that you like golf.
Oh my goodness! He just happened to be the quarterback for the Detroit Lions. That's all. I like the coach and pretty much everything about the team, the defense, everybody.
I do like Dan Campbell, and he's a calculated risk taker. He's not one of those reckless ones like Brandon Staley was. So Quail, what's up? Is the Vikings gonna resign Cousins or what? What do you think?
Man, don't even start with that. Get out of here. What's wrong with you?
They got your boy JJ, Justin Jefferson.
Hey, if the Vikings resign Cousins, then that means what's the boy that said
Dallas?
What's the Buccaneers coach? What's the Buccaneers quick QB?
Mayfield.
Oh,
Mayfield gonna go back to the Buccaneers. Oh, Jay. So you better hope the Vikings don't do that.
Oh, y'all want him up there? Yeah, I send him on up there.
No. Y'all signing Baker Mayfield again. If we sign Kirk, that's what's gonna happen. And I know you ain't talking Cliff, because then that mean your boy from Chicago coming back too.
No, he ain't. They gonna trade him and try to get that Michigan quarterback.
He done. Well, the USC quarterback said he ain't getting drafted if he go to Chicago.
Dang, he pulling the Eli Manning.
Damn.
Y'all remember Eli? That he said,
I'm not going,
draft
Billy.
me, I ain't playing.
Yeah.
So they traded him to New York.
He said, I'm not declaring to the draft if I get drafted by the Bears. That's what he said. Hey, OJ, what do you think about Terry Rozier to the Miami Heat? Kyle Lowry going to
I hate it for y'all. We got a bona fide 3-point shooter now.
Kyle Lowry in the first rounder. Why y'all get rid of Lowry, man?
Lowry old. He can shoot them threes too, but he old. We need a young body. And we got both. We got youth and 3-point shooting. So
y'all gave up on Pawpaw, OJ. Gave up on Pawpaw. Graham's been with the team a while, man.
Yeah, come on, man. Y'all need to keep that man. You might as well let him retire there. Y'all bogus.
Y'all put him out the pasture. That ain't right.
You gotta get that old man up out of here. Put him in a group home.
Tell me what your Cowboys gonna do next year. What they gonna do in this offseason?
The same thing they did this year.
Absolutely nothing.
They ain't gonna do jack, man. They're gonna make a little. They're gonna do a little woofing. They're gonna move a little bit here, move a little bit there. But they ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do shit.
And
that mediocrity is set in.
And you know what the bad part about it is? I'm only an hour and a half from Dallas now, so I gotta get there again.
Hey, you know what? Y'all keep on with that bitching and moaning about Dack. He might just leave. And then where y'all gonna be at then?
Well, shit, they ain't won with him, so hey, what's wrong with him?
I mean, for real, they'll be right back where they started. Plus, like we discussed on the last show, they still got your boy Trey Lance and Cooper Rush.
They got Rush, yeah.
Yeah, but they could be gone. I'm just saying, y'all just don't value the player that impressed. But yeah, he comes up short in big moments, but he's the only thing keeping that team relevant.
Well, Cliff asked, he said Cowboys. I was looking at the whole team, not just Dack. I wasn't just looking at Dack. Dack did all right, but I'm just saying the team ain't going nowhere. Not next year. I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, what moves are they going to make, and what are they going to do differently that they really gonna make a difference for that
If
team.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one. If Jerry Jones is really serious about winning the Super Bowl, you can go and get Derrick Henry because that's what y'all missing. Y'all missing a bell cow back to do the dirty work.
Yeah, but he's
So
not old, OJ. If we're a running back
Yeah.
anyway.
I wouldn't
nah,
be
but
putting all
he
my
he
stock
still
in
got a
that.
couple years left in him.
Yeah, he does, but
And you know Jerry's all about the
I might give
name.
me some. I think I might give me some fresh legs out of college. I don't know about Derrick Henry. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'd roll the dice on that one.
That big
Maybe
old
I'd say
contract
maybe
too.
he got 1 year left in him, not 2, but I don't know.
That's a big contract.
But
too.
you are right. But you are right, OJ. They are missing the running game. They
Yeah.
haven't had it for the last 3 years. I mean,
Nope.
Elliott's last 2 years, and Pollard didn't get nothing done this year. Like we said on the last show, he was a better backup. I think they should get a good running back out the draft. And if they have a running back that can average 100, 120 yards a game, then Dack will have no excuses on why he can't get the ball downfield because he'll have that dual threat.
Yeah, he will. When you got people dropping balls left and right, man. Oh my god, this is what I'm talking about. They got too many holes to fill. Zach was throwing the damn ball to these fools. They dropping the balls all year. Having said that, CD Lamb did have a lot of catches this year, but he got a lot of drops too. I'm like,
Yeah.
man,
I'm just commenting on all the disrespect that's coming out of y'all locker room. CD Lamb's mom, and then
Hold up.
boy,
Did you say his mom?
yeah,
I
his
didn't
mom.
realize that.
What
Really?
the hell
Yeah,
did
his
she
mom-
say?
His mom is on
Why
Twitter.
you letting your mom talk smack about your teammate? What
I
did she
know.
say?
He on Twitter talking about Dak ain't it after they lost the
Oh hell
Well-
no, she didn't.
yeah, she did.
Oh,
And
I
then
mean-
what's the defensive guy's name? The linebacker.
Parsons?
His brother goes on Facebook and says that Dak needs to take a pay cut because he's not worth the $60 million that he's owed, and if he doesn't take a pay cut, he needs to go to another team.
Wow. So the non-football players, these non-football players making all these comments. Man, they need to get their family under control, man. Mom's got to get under control, and brothers need to get under control. Come on, man. I mean, Dak didn't do too bad this year, but I know one thing: these damn receivers left him out on an island because he can't throw the ball and catch the damn ball. That's why I wasn't really talking about Dak. My comment, I'm talking about that whole squad and the way they just got the ass beat. Like, and then that's the coaching gets some blame for that too, because he did not have the boys prepared.
Yeah, because to be real, it's the defense that let them down. The offense, they came to play. You know, they had a rough start in that playoff game, but usually it's the offense that's carrying the team. The defense is the one that you never know who's going to show up.
Yeah.
Right. I will agree with you there. The offense did get, the defense couldn't hold water in that game. But at the same time, Green Bay came in there and hit him in the mouth twice. So, you got to give them credit where it's due. They took them out of their element in the first quarter.
Green Bay came in with a game plan.
They
and they
came in with a plan, and it was executed to perfection. The Browns got to be feeling like they got to be feeling salty. Gave him all that guaranteed money, made sure he didn't get paid that much in his first year so he wouldn't lose no money. Then he ends up getting hurt halfway through the season, in the season that he can actually play in, so he's not a factor to begin with. So, I mean, how good is he really going to be next year when he comes back after this injury?
I say he should be motivated for real because of all that you stated.
Mm-hmm.
If he's the quarterback we thought he was, he'll come back motivated to prove everybody wrong.
That but he is the quarter. I mean, let's revamp that statement. If he's the quarterback he was before he got into all that trouble, because remember, they were up 21-7 on Kansas City in his second year, right, OJ, in Kansas City. But that's when Patrick Mahomes decided to show who he really was, and they came back and won that game. But yeah, if he can play like he did his first couple of years in Houston and Cleveland the next couple of years, then okay, I'll shut up. But at the same time, if you're gonna keep on getting hurt, or not putting up decent numbers, then dude, what are we doing here?
I'm with O. He should have something to prove this season when he comes
And he should
back.
be ready to go since he's been hurt.
Yeah.
This half of this year and he was suspended the first half of last year, so he should be well rested and ready to go.
Right. Show us what you got.
Hey, Quail, so if the Bears made an offer to y'all for Justin Fields, would you tell the Vikings? Would you think the Vikings would it be a good deal for the Vikings to take Justin Fields? Y'all probably don't have enough high picks though, right?
The coach wants to draft his own guy. Probably he doesn't want Justin Fields.
Hey, we'll take him. The Bucks will take him.
Oh,
the Bucks.
man.
The Bucks will take anybody right now. Y'all ain't got no draft picks either.
To be fair, Quill, they did win the NFC South now without Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad. Well, I'm a Chiefs fan anyway, so I'm glad they won to begin with. But did you hear at the beginning of the game the Buffalo fans trying to do the tomahawk chop, trying to, rub it in the Chiefs' face that the game was in Buffalo?
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
they was
I didn't know about that.
they was
I mean,
doing they was making that doing that song. Yep,
Yeah.
they were doing that in Buffalo.
The war
I
cry.
I thought
The war cry, yeah.
man, why is there so much bad blood with Buffalo? Like somebody was like, "Oh, the fans are throwing it in their face and they deserve it." I was like, "Man, does Buffalo fans really be tripping like that against Kansas City?" Or I
Right.
didn't know it was bad blood like that.
Well, Buffalo and Kansas City is like Boston and the Lakers back in the day. Them two teams do not like each other. And it boils Josh Allen's blood, but it's his own fault because of mistakes that he's made that he ain't never beat Patrick Mahomes in a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
No, but my point was all he had to do was change the check. Now he was doing that flawlessly for 3 quarters, but then when the game was on the line, he wanted to buck the system. All he had to do was follow the script.
That's what I was going to ask you, OJ. Do you think it was him or was it the coordinator?
No, it was him because he tried to take the kill shot. The last 3 plays, all you had to do was get a first down.
We're coming down on Diggs and Josh Allen, but you know who we haven't mentioned?
Oh,
The field goal kicker. I mean, he could have tied the game.
yeah, he could have. Yeah, he missed the go ahead overtime kick or whatever. It's in the overtime.
Yep. It was only a 35-yarder too. These days, that's a chip shot. I mean, with kickers hitting 58, 59
Yeah,
yards.
I forgot about that. That kicker did miss the field goal. Wasn't it to tie the game?
Yep. It would have sent it into overtime. Tony, I'll ask you. Do you think it's one of those, because, OJ's saying that Josh Allen was trying to get it all back in one shot and those plays wasn't there for him. Do you think it's a product of playing up or down to your competition? People playing Kansas City think that they got to get it back because of what they know Mahomes can do. Well, you think that had probably something to do with the way that Josh Allen played in the fourth quarter?
Maybe he was trying to get it back in one big bite. I think he knowing what he has against him on the other side. Because to your point, yeah, Mahomes can come back and get you in 10 seconds. He proved it already last year in the playoffs. So, but quarterbacks, I mean, they're players, man. They're trying to win the game, and you got to make the best play, but you also got to be smart about it too. I mean, yeah, he could have played it safer and just gotten you underneath and gotten the first down, give you a chance of, fighting chance, higher probability to put your team in a position. But if you see a shot, you just got to take it. And I think that's what he was doing because he knew that Mahomes is going to light it up on fire and get his team back downfield
I think that Kid Rasheed Rice is going to be their future. He probably ain't going to be as good as Tyreek Hill, but he's definitely going to be reliable. OJ, so, because I didn't watch the fourth quarter, the shots that Allen was taking, were they even close? Were they available, or was he trying to force it?
Now the first one, I agree with that one. The one that Quay was talking about, it was a dime. It was 65 yards in the cold, but what's the name just dropped it. So I was okay with that one, but then you try to do it 2 more times. No, the first time didn't work. Just stick with the script. So all he needed was a couple first downs, and then they would have been right there in the red zone, and they would have chewed up the clock.
He did rush it, but you know his tendencies. The receiver should have caught that, so you should have known, like, yo, he gonna bomb it downfield. I'ma get one. I gotta be ready to catch it. And then his tendency is to keep trying to push it because that's just how he is. He's a gunslinger. So the coach should have been like, hey, dial it back. But then again, he can't, there was a couple times where he was in that red zone, he had a wide open dude across, and he just tried to throw it to the end zone. That's just who he is.
And I told
so
y'all
when he give you the dimes, that is your team. You should know that. Like that's your identity. If you ain't catching them dimes when he's throwing it 50 yards, the game is gonna be over. Because he's gonna keep trying to force it.
And I told y'all all last week. You know what I'm about to say, Tony. I ain't scared of Josh Allen.
Yeah,
but to be fair to Josh Allen, OJ, is it fair for Diggs to whine about not getting the ball, and when he does get it, whether it's in a playoff game or in a regular season, if the game is on the line, shouldn't he be catching that ball? Wouldn't you
gotta step up?
About to say, wouldn't you as a quarterback be like, why am I gonna throw it to you if you ain't gonna catch it anyway?
He's the only star receiver on a team that's been, blank throughout most of the game, and then ball comes your way and you just drop it. Come on, man. He ain't the only one. I agree with a lot of what y'all saying, but I'm like, come on, man. He ain't the only one.
What your boy T.O. say? I stay ready.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Thanks for joining us on Sports Talk Coast to Coast. See you next time.